Money. It's everywhere. But what happens when your bills get old and need to be replaced by new ones? That means old cash needs to be destroyed. A lot of cash. This is not, however, the story of money growing on trees, but of trees growing out of money. Well, more like vegetables.
We are here at the Federal Reserve Bank in New Orleans, and this is where we shred millions of dollars. My name is Dean Murtha. I'm the lead business analyst for cash services here at the New Orleans Fed. We are the nation's bank. Our job is to make sure that we have a supply of currency. Also part of that is to ensure that we remove unfit, old, dirty currency from circulation. So here, on average, we shred about $6 million in dirty money every day. This could be for any number of reasons. It could be because the note has rips in it, holes in it, tears in it. It could have tape on it. It could have graffiti written all over it. We don't want that note going back into circulation. If it has any sort of those qualities, we'll be shredded. What we used to do is take all of these currency shreds, and they would just wind up as waste going to a landfill. Now, through a lot of work and effort, we finally figured out a way where we can take these shreds and ultimately recycle them.
So all that green leaves the Fed and heads to a compost facility, where it turns into something quite useful.
What you're looking at right now is $24 million, but the soil that it creates will be priceless. My name is Jonathan Christian. We turn cash into soil. It is definitely one of our secret ingredients. It's little in content, but it's huge in what it provides. Currency that's deemed unfit, it's brought to our facility at Wood Materials. From there, we go through a simple composting process where we convert that into a healthy soil. Our compost is used primarily by urban farmers in the greater New Orleans area.
One of these farmers is Simon Manash.
And this is $1 million farm. We are making fresh local food accessible in New Orleans. We've grown veggies, herbs, cucumbers, tomatoes, and peppers. The vegetables we grow here are made out of composted cash. It is very fulfilling to be growing using a material that would otherwise go to waste. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
And that's the story of how we grow tomatoes out of cash.
If you have money that's been damaged in a fire, in a flood, that's been eaten by insects or animals, we'll evaluate and determine how much is there and reimburse you for it. My name is Eric Walsh. I'm the Assistant Manager of the Mutilated Currency Division. Every year, the Mutilated Currency Division receives about 23,000 cases. People will send money that's been somehow damaged, and we reimburse annually about $40 million. It's a free service the government provides that we pay dollar in, dollar out. We require 51% of the note present to pay on it, and that just protects us from paying twice on the same note. Once we determine the amount, we will send a treasury check for what we discover. We're pretty low tech here, so the tools of the trade are scissors, knives, scalpels, glue and tape, and maybe a pair of tweezers. The most challenging cases are usually cases that the money has gotten wet and sat for long periods of times, and it will actually petrify and be solid as a brick. A lot of it is the dog ate my money. We get hundreds of those cases a year. A lot of people will hide their money in the oven and forget about it, or they'll get it wet and put it in the microwave, and that will ignite the currency. Our most infamous case took place in the 80s, and what happened was a farmer lost his wallet in the field and discovered that his cow had eaten it. And we always encourage the submitter to send in the package as it is, and the farmer sent in the cow's stomach, which we were able to retrieve the wallet from and reimburse the farmer his currency. Our office consists of just under 20 people, and we have 12 people that examine and process the submissions, and they do roughly between 1,000 and 2,000 claims each year. We do get an increased amount of cases after a natural disaster. Over the past year, between the hurricanes and wildfires out in California, we've reimbursed over $2 million. We're called upon when a lot of people hit their low point, so any relief that you could provide someone after they lost all their money in a flood or after their house burned down, it's very rewarding. Hopefully we're a service that you'll never need to use, but in case something does happen, we're here for you.
Let's say you're a cheese producer, and you need a loan because you want to buy a tractor or food for your cows or really just about anything. There's a bank in Italy that will take your cheese and give you cash. This is the story of 3 men and millions of dollars worth of cheese. Meet Mauro.
Ciao.
He's a cheese producer in the Emiliano region of Italy. He produces Parmigiano Reggiano, the so-called king of cheese.
La latteria produce 60 forme di formaggio al giorno per un totale circa 20.000 forme all'anno.
20,000 wheels? Holy cow, that's a lot of cheese. When Mauro or another cheese producer in this part of Italy needs a loan, they go to Credito Emiliano, a big Italian bank. And like any bank, Credito Emiliano needs collateral for their loan.
Così io gli do il mio formaggio.
And to do that, he talks to Fausto.
Ciao,
He works for Credito Emiliano.
siamo una banca tradizionale e siamo anche una banca attiva a sostegno dei produttori del Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmigiano Reggiano is a special kind of cheese because it needs to be aged for 18 to 36 months, and a wheel can be worth thousands of dollars, making it a safe long-term investment for the bank.
La decisione di utilizzare il Parmigiano Reggiano per questo tipo di programma di garanzia è semplicemente dovuta al fatto che questo è il prodotto tradizionalmente tipico, per non dire nel tempo forse quasi unico di questo territorio.
To be clear, the bank doesn't store the valuable cheese in its vaults next to gold bars and stacks of cash. They have a special cheese warehouse down the road filled with thousands and thousands of wheels of cheese. That's where Roberto comes in. He's the general director of the Tagliate General Warehouses. That's where Credito Emiliano stores their cheese.
Noi ci prendiamo cura del formaggio per conto dei clienti.
Roberto and his team take care of more than 300,000 wheels of cheese. That's currently worth more than 160 million euros. Without proper care, cheese could lose its value.
Tuteliamo l'investimento dell'azienda produttrice, quindi dalla mucchia fino alla banca.
Well, Roberto, sounds to me like the cow, the bank, and the cheese are in good hands.
This is $1 billion, we think. And that $1 billion belongs to RJ Rappaport. And he's considered the king of cash.
King of fake cash.
Okay, king of fake cash.
My name is Rich RJ Rappaport, and I'm the president of RJR Props.
Just a few years ago...
Actually, it was 9 years ago.
Oh, sorry, 9 years ago. RJR Props was born. It's a full-service prop house, but its specialty is cash. Fake cash. And there's only a few people who can legally make it, and RJ is one of them.
We've worked with 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, Fat Joe, Young Dolph.
And that's just to name a few. RJ's prop money has been used in over 175 feature films, television shows, and music videos. And he devoted 3 full years to perfecting that crisp green paper we call money. Prop money.
And we went down a long path in working with the Secret Service and learning all the laws to make sure that everyone that uses it, it will be legal for them and it'll look fantastic.
But for those who don't follow the rules, they could wind up in big trouble.
There was a rash of arrests. People were just literally jailed because they were using prop money that looked too real. And I said to myself, I'm not going to touch this unless I know I'm doing it legally.
Alongside the Secret Service, RJ created 2 different styles of prop money. One that is printed on both sides and is perfect for that classic bank robbery scene. The other kind is so close to the real deal, it can only be printed on one side. Otherwise, it could end up in circulation. It's designed for the classic money shot, aka the close-up.
It's a tough business. We all work hard in it, and prop money especially is not easy.
Yeah, sounds like it. Thanks, RJ, for keeping fake money real.
Open up your wallet and you'd expect to find ones, tens, 20s, maybe even a hundo. The last thing you'd ever expect is a tom, also known as a $2 bill. Here's why. It was 1862. The federal government had just started printing its first paper money. The first and only denominations were the $1 and $2 bills. And keep in mind, at the time, people were making about $15 a month. To pay using a $2 bill was a status symbol only the wealthiest of Americans could afford. And a lot of the time, they used them for under-the-table transactions like political bribes, prostitutes, and gambling. The tom ultimately got a bad rap and was deemed unnecessary. In 1966, the government took a 10-year hiatus and stopped printing those bad boys. But in 1976, the government gave them another try, this time classing them up a bit, issuing a special bicentennial bill. A little too classy, some would argue. People began hiding them away as collector's items, leading to less bills in circulation. Which brings us to present day. Though rare, toms are still being printed, and there are over 1 billion in circulation. Most people keep them as keepsakes, though there is a subculture of $2 ambassadors who are set on keeping the tom alive by using them every chance they get. So the next time you're paying with cash, go ahead, use a tom.